everybody, thanks for joining me in my stamp room. I wanted to do a quick video to show you how the Prized Peony dies work together with the Prized Peony stamp set in the new catalog. This is the stamp set and dies are sold as a bundle, so you can save 10% if you buy them together. And the dies are a little bit different than what we're used to seeing. There's a little bit of the same as far as dies cutting out the stamped images. But there's also dies that create a 3D peony, and it's not quite obvious when you first receive the dies, so I wanted to do a quick video to show you how that all works. So I'm going to point you down and around, and you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry, I was on the wrong page. Somebody else just contacted me about a different stamp set. So Prized Peony is on page 84. So I do have the new catalogs in stock. If you haven't received one yet, please let me know, and I will get one right out to you. So this is the stamp set that we're talking about. So you can see that these images here in the catalog are shaded in gray, and that means that those images are they have dies that coordinate with those. So that's what we're used to seeing. So this image here will cut out this this stamp here. This will cut out this one here. This little one cuts this one, and then you have the two leaves that will cut out those images. Okay, so that's basically what you're used to seeing. So that will result in this type of card where you've stamped the image, colored it in, and die cut it out. Okay, so you can see all that detail on that stamp. It's really a gorgeous stamp. And then this is another example. And then this is the example of one of the large peonies cut out. But then we have other dies in the set that will create this 3D type of image. You can see all those different layers there. Okay, so again, you have these 3, 4, 5 dies that you're used to seeing that will cut out your stamped images. And then you'll also receive all of these dies. And you'll just look at them and you're like, what the heck is this? So you'll have this one here. You'll have 4 dies that you need to create the peony. And then you can see these 4 images are basically the leaves, and this is the stamen. So I'll talk about those a little bit later. So these dies cut out these images here. And what I've done is I've went ahead and cut them out, and then I sponged all of the different edges. You can see that the die actually cuts these little grooves out. So I've sponged in between all those different layers. And that just helps give some dimension onto your finished flower. Okay, so what we'll do next is take these pieces, going from the smallest to the largest, and you're going to marry them up together. So the first one, you want to feed it in from the back side, and you're going to want to make sure that the back side, these ridges right here, all tie together. So they're all going to match up. It's not going to, you're not going to have something like that. You want it all lined up together so that you have a nice clean edge down here on the bottom. And then you're going to take this one and feed it into the next larger one. And again, you're matching up that bottom piece, making sure that that curve is all nice and lined up, like so. You don't want it off to the side like that. You just want all of these nice curved edges meeting up down here on the bottom. And then the same with the largest one. I'm going to put this in and making sure that this bottom edge, that this curved edge matches up with that bottom blossom. So everything ties in right down at the bottom. And then you're just going to go ahead and take some Tombow glue and glue some of those pieces down. You're going to want to leave some of these edges free flowing so that it gives it some dimension, but you do want to make sure that the flower sticks together. So you might actually want to turn it around in the back and just glue it from in between. Okay, so that's how the flower goes together, and that's these 4 dies. Okay, and then this is the stamen. So you're going to cut that out. Now it's going to create this little black piece right in the center of the flower. And then you have these 6 dies that create the leaves. So you're going to have these more open dies, and then you're going to have these detailed dies right here. And these are these detail outlines on the leaves here. Okay. So you can see that. So what I did was I cut this out with these larger ones. I cut out with the soft sea foam, and then I cut out the detailed layers with the shaded spruce. So you can kind of see how some of these will line up. So this one here has a kind of curvature to it, as does this layer. So those are just going to layer right on top of each other, like so, after you cut them out. So I do have some cut images here. So you can see that this one here was cut out with this die. This little squiggle here, there's this little squiggle here, and that's going to marry up with the squiggle of the larger die here. And that squiggle, I'm sure, is a technical term for a leaf image, so you can quote me on that. So that's how that goes together. And then you'll have the more detailed piece that has the curved edge with the curved edge of the more open die, or the open stamp image here. So what I did was I went ahead and sponged the outside as well. Okay, so that's how all of those dies go together. Again, it can be a little overwhelming when you first open up all of those dies, especially since when you first receive them, all of these dies will be on one sheet of paper. They'll all be stuck down on one sheet. So what I did was I created this magnetic sheet with all of the dies that create the 3D image type flower on one side, and then the other more open dies on the other side. Okay, hope you enjoyed that video and learned a little bit something new about the Prized Peony stamp set and dies. If you're interested in ordering that, you can order directly on my line, on my website, 24/7. If you're interested in getting a catalog, please let me know, and I'd be happy to get one to you. I do have them here at home. All right, hope you have a great day, and please reach out to me if you have any questions at all. Thank you. Bye-bye.